This is going to be a quick Restoration Druid raid guide for people who are just starting out. These suggestions are about building good habits and prioritizing the important things, which will net you 85% of what the class can perform. If you're interested in perfecting that last 10%, I have a different in-depth video that goes into excruciating detail for the ideal rotation. Grab the talents and macros from the pinned comment, which will be updated in case of patches. Also, you might need a WoW log, and let's go. A quick refresh on our spells before actually using them. Rejuvenation is a spell we want to cast during ramps, when raid takes little damage, and Regrowth for big heals to be cast during the burn phase, aka when raid takes a lot of damage. These two are your base spells, however, on Druid they provide most of your healing. Swiftmend and Wildgrowth are to be cast on cooldown. They do decent heal and further empower your basics. Do not think, just press. For Life Bloom, just make sure you always have it on someone. Next, cooldowns. Unlike other healers, these are here to further empower our basic spells. Try to cast them when you have a lot of HOTS out. Lastly, defensive, external, combat res, part of macro, placed on tank, raid buff, and done. Uptime is the most important thing for druids. Keep casting rejuves and regrowths. First, rejuve casting. Put this spell on an easy to hit button and do not stop pressing. If you have to move, press rejuve. You're not sure what the correct spell in the sequence is? Rejuve. If you're in a ramp phase, this is what you are supposed to be casting anyway. If you are in the burn phase, the rejuve cast extends it. So, while not perfect, it is still useful. As for regrowth, cast it only while above 12 rejuve stacks and taking damage. Keep pressing rejuve and regrowth until your WoW logs state at least 80% uptime in the cast section. Next, your mini cooldowns, Wildgrowth and Swiftmend. The former you just have to press, while the latter is trickier. Swiftmend has two bonuses. 1. Shorter cooldown when cast on low HP targets. 2. Extending HOTS on target. Now, I could go on a rant about who this is best cast on, but honestly, just put the Life Bloom, Symbiotic, 2 Rejuvenations, and Constant Swiftmend on the main tank. Again, this is suboptimal, but not by a lot. Also, if you wonder if to empower either Regrowth or Rejuve with Swiftmend, know that both are okay, depending on whether the raid is taking damage or not. As for the bigger cooldowns, things will not matter as much as actually pressing them often. Just make sure you have at least a few HOTS out. Again, check WoW logs for number of casts and make sure you have a decent amount throughout the fight. Lastly, our combat res offers full HP. Expect to be the designated combat reser. Before moving on, a quick raid example. Here, I just randomly keep pressing rejuvenations when raid is not taking damage. On most difficulties, this will take up most of your casts. Due to this fact, you almost always have 12 stacks of rejuvenation. Once damage starts, I switch to casting regrowths. If a cooldown is available, press it here, and remember to keep casting Wildgrowth and Swiftmend. UI. So firstly, I would suggest using Nander's frames for raid frames, as the Blizzard ones are somewhat lacking. Make the buffs and debuffs slightly bigger, as they are rather important. Also, Quartz, a Castbar add-on that has a new Midnight version. For the cooldown manager, it is mandatory to track your abundance stacks, aka how many rejuves you have. A Life Bloom tracker is recommended, as this is what a lot of people forget about. Apart from that, I would suggest to look at your own WoW logs and see which cooldowns you have too few casts compared to fight duration. Then add these ones to the cooldown tracker. And that is it. If you have questions, feel free to post a comment, join the Discord, or check the advanced guide. I hope you found this useful.